Okay, everybody, here we go. It's me, Gregory Mannarino. Thursday, April 17th, 2025. This morning, my family did leave to go back to New York. It was a really fun stay, and I really enjoyed having them here. Anyway, guys and girls, listen, we gotta get back on target because it's too simple to see what's being set up for us. You know, if you've been with me for any length of time, they're not done. What they have in store for us is again every mechanism imaginable, unthinkable, moving forward to bring us to our knees, to issue in a new system. It's really what it's all about. Maximum control. The pressure on the middle class is going to become more extreme moving forward as we are thrust into some type of neo-feudalism. Does this sound familiar to you? I've been explaining this to you since time immemorial, people. And if we can't wake up more people, well, we're all getting sucked down into this rat hole of human despair and anguish. That's really what this comes down to. And again, right here in the United States, we're the hub right now, and we are being eliminated. The United States is being taken apart piece by piece. None of this is by accident. We heard again from President Trump calling for the Fed to cut rates. He can't wait for Powell to be out so he can put someone in that's going to go negative with regard to rates. But look, man, this is a game. You knew that this back and forth nonsensical fight. Why is President Trump calling for lower rates? Because he's on a mission to kill the dollar along with the Fed, because that's how they fulfill their goal of maximum control. And they gotta perpetuate an illusion here. There's no talk whatsoever. Again, this is repeated over and over and over again about we need lower rates, we need lower rates. But nothing, not even a syllable, an utterance of what that actually means for you as a member of the middle class. Your purchasing power of the dollar is getting wiped out. By design, it's baked in, people, because they want you on your freaking knees. And they believe that people are too stupid to understand what this actually means. Okay, oh, lower rates. Oh, that's great. I can borrow cheap money and pay it back with even more cheap money. I mean, you can't make it up. And this stock market, what are we seeing here? Why is this? Yesterday we got hit again. Look, markets go up and markets go down. We all know that. But what we're witnessing here is a loss of confidence. Why are we seeing this loss of confidence? Really, it comes from leadership, which we have none. We have zero economic policy right now. We have none. What is it? Tariffs? Is that our economic policy right now? What is it? You tell me. Okay? Because that's what it looks like. And it just is not working. And the United States, again, is being brought to its knees. New alliances are being made, new deals are being created. Not here. We're being eliminated. The world is really it's a credible thing to see. It's suicide for the United States. We're committing suicide here on every front, pretty much right now, and we the people are paying for it. Moving forward, you can't make any of this stuff up. The economic news, abysmal. It's with no end in sight. The cost of living is going to skyrocket. But the fake news, oh, you're going to hear how great we're doing, how rich we are. We're fantastic. But this is really, in reality, we're seeing loan defaults again skyrocket across the board. Now student loan delinquencies across the board. People can't survive. They're borrowing and borrowing and borrowing and borrowing weak dollars. They cannot make ends meet. It's pretty much everything that you and I have been saying. With regard to currencies, people, look, man, we all understand the game. The game is every single central bank is working with their respective leader to kill the currency, to kill their currency. Why? Why are they doing this here? Again, collectively, central banks who really run the economy, they're the ones that run the markets, the financial system. It isn't presidents and puppets like the one we have here. Do you realize? I just put a paper out for you. I broke down. We have never seen in U.S. history a worse start economically and geopolitically to a president's new tenure than we have right here. We've never seen it before. This is historic. We're making history. But what would you expect when you have a president calling for a weaker dollar by saying, hey, we need lower rates here. And there's not a single roadblock right out, not one being put up to stop the tsunami of inflation that's coming at us. Believe me, he knows this. He is not calling the shots. He is nothing but a figurehead, a mouthpiece, whatever you want to think about it, how this works here. Again, you don't get to choose. How many of you actually read my paper on the shadow government? Part of it is, okay, the illusion of choice here. You have none across the board, especially when it comes to presidential selections here. These are all thought out before time. You have no say-so in any of this, people. So anyway, with regard to the US dollar, people, it's dying. It's a dying asset. It's hoping for a lifeline. It's not going to get one, along with other currencies around the world. Central banks cutting. What does this mean? What are we actually seeing here? We're having an admission. When a president here says we need lower rates, what is he actually saying? What's the undercurrent here? It's we are insolvent. We cannot even pay the interest on our debt anymore without weakening the dollar and destroying the middle class moving forward, only to issue in a new system. Now, I have a whole thing I want to read to you in a moment because the setup is too easy to see. Let's talk about this one. Here's another headline here. The U.S. dollar's role as the de facto reserve currency is looking increasingly uncertain. Does this look, man, you and I have been covering this forever. Do you see it now? Maybe. I know you do if you follow this blog. But again, we're still going to get the bots, the detractors. How about this one? This one is from Standard & Poor's. We just heard from Moody's a couple of weeks ago about a U.S. debt downgrade. Again, this is the real reason why the dollar is being dissolved. We cannot pay the interest on our debt anymore. We are fully debt saturated. The moment of maximum saturation, we have surpassed it. Henceforth, why you're seeing the collapse of the economy here in the United States, and we're going to be pile driven into the ground faster. There's another U.S. debt downgrade warning here. Let's see. Amid a damaging trade war, wobbling stock market, and a global sell-off in U.S. assets, no one wants our products. No one wants our dollar. No one wants our debt. This isn't Greg Mannarino. This is Standard & Poor's here. There's a new warning that gargantuan debt levels and political dysfunction could trigger another downgrade at the nation's once bulletproof credit rating. And this is Standard & Poor's. Let me show you what this looks like. This is what's happening. Can you see this? This is what's happening to U.S. debt. I thought we were supposed to be cutting. I thought that Doge was going to save us all. Another lie, another deception, another distraction. Away from the government, we're here to help you. Anyway, guys, listen. I want to cover this real quick with you guys and girls because this is what's being set up right now. Again, you gotta think outside the box. Why are we seeing things the way that they are? Why are we hearing from the dumpy president himself that we need lower rates here? We've never heard this from a president in the history of the world. But look around us. Are we winning? Where are we winning? Tell me, okay, those of you that think Trump walks on water, because I still hear from you, Greg, you don't understand. He's the next coming. He's Jesus Christ come returned here. I hear it every day. Every day I hear this. Okay, I can't make it up because that's what's going on. People believe this. It's happening. Really, tell me, somebody out here. Again, look, man, this is so much bigger than you actually understand. But again, the mechanism here, what President Trump is saying is, again, the United States is done. We can't even pay the interest on our debt anymore. And they're going to destroy you. What's the real job of government here? Not to support you, but for itself to survive. If that means they have to wipe you off the face of the map of the earth, that's what they're going to do to survive as we're being thrust right into this new system here. Again, we're not becoming the constitutional money capital of the world. We're not adding gold or silver to our strategic reserves. We're adding cryptocurrencies, people. Do you see the setup yet? Or does the truth still elude you? People, expect an engineered financial system cyber attack from within. From within here. Let me read this to you, and let me know if this makes sense to you. This is in your inbox right now. If you subscribe to my newsletter, there is a link in the description of this video. Lions, what comes next may not be a bomb or a bullet. It may be the shutdown of the financial system itself, which we know is coming, a coordinated cyber attack from within. From within. Keep that in mind. We all know a locking up of the credit markets is coming now. They're not going to let any crisis go to waste here. What's going to happen here is you're going to see, again, rule by crisis. Crisis to crisis to crisis. That's all we have. We don't have anything that runs smoothly. It's an engineered crisis to another engineered crisis to another engineered crisis, all working towards a singular goal, okay? And that is the goal of control. Okay, we lose. You understand? We're not winning anything. Let's move forward. I went on to say, let them say it's unthinkable, because you're going to hear that. Soon, people are going to say this was inevitable. And you already know this. So, Lions, this is not fear. This is foresight. Here's the setup, okay? And you guys feel free to agree or disagree with me on this one here. We are witnessing signs everywhere, people. Government speaking of cyber resilience and banking modernization. Central banks testing central bank digital currencies. And this new thing, have you heard the new one? Talk of quantum proofing. Whatever the freak that even means. Financial systems, in other words, to make them impenetrable. We know this is impossible. Anyway, global tensions with China, Russia, Iran, North Korea are always framed as the cyber adversaries, of course, but these are scapegoats. These are scapegoats, people. Again, blame must be assigned. It's always the same. These are not random updates, people. These are conditioning signals preparing the public, you and me, subconsciously, as they always do, for a major event. What would it look like if we're going to face this? You already know this, people. They're hyperinflating the debt market, killing the currencies, because, again, it's the only way they can keep the illusion real. At one point, we're going to get a meltdown in this debt market that you're not going to believe. Rates are going to spike. Stock markets are going to... You think this is bad? Forget about what's going to happen to stock markets moving forward. They're done, okay? And people, they're not going to know what to do with themselves. As always, no one saw this one coming. Really? Honestly? Can't make it up. So what would this look like, okay? And what is it really about? So just hold that thought. So in just a moment, bank accounts become inaccessible. ATMs start working. You know all this. We've covered it. Stock markets halt. Payment processors fail. Brokerage apps crash. And then the news anchors say, we experienced a widespread cyber attack. Officials are investigating. Within hours, of course, panic would set in. Supply chains crippled. People were already starting to see this. Trust evaporates. Trust? The United States is not only the laughingstock of the world, but it's become a grave concern for the world because there's no trust here. The United States can't be trusted for anything right now. And again, this is not by accident. And then the calls begin. We must implement. This is what they're going to sell you. After this event, from within, it's not going to be any foreign nation. This is going to be from within here. We must implement a secure digital system to protect us moving forward. Why is this so effective and so dangerous? Let's talk about that. This is the perfect cover. This is where I really want you guys and girls to pay attention. This is the perfect cover to reset the system. We all know it's coming without blaming the real cause, debt collapse. Again, no crisis will be left as a mechanism to not be exploited. They're going to introduce a new programmable digital currency, consolidate surveillance and digital ID access, eliminate cash and financial privacy, accelerate global financial unification under the guise of safety, people. This is central banks working together with puppet presidents and whoever else they got to find. This will be a controlled demolition of freedom. That's what this really comes down to, a controlled demolition of freedom. And many people are going to fall for it, but not you, because you're learning about this ahead of the curve. Because that's my singular job. I have one job, and that is to keep all of you ahead of the curve. Whether you, look, man, you know all this is true in your heart. Every one of you who is sitting here listening to this realizes this exactly is how it's going to play out. But again, expect the pushback, the bots, the paid shills. They can't allow you to know this stuff. I actually have a timeline for this, or a time frame for you. So while the exact time is impossible to predict, this is what, look, man, looking at the data, putting the dots all together here, this is what it tells me, okay? It could be any time from now but I don't think just yet. Through 2026, trigger points. Okay, rising global tensions, Iran, China, major market instability, sovereign debt pressures, rising in bank distrust against fiat currency. This event, again, engineered, and it will be timed for maximum psychological and structural impact. Again, what are they doing? They want us on our knees, people. That's what they're working towards. So they can use the guise of safety here. Surrender your freedoms and liberties, your privacy, whatever we got to do, because we're going to take care of you because we have to. This is a very dangerous place, but it's from within. Within. I've been telling you guys in multiple videos, we're being destroyed from within. Sound about right to you, or are we winning? Where do you see us winning here? Tell me now, okay? Can't make it up. This isn't panic, people. This is positioning. You and I must be aware of what's happening and raise our awareness. Regain our connection with the source. You understand? The world will be blindsided, lions, but we see the storm before the lightning. We stand in truth while others fall in fear. This is not doom and gloom here, people. This is awareness. You must be aware of what's happening. I will not let a single one of you be caught off guard on my watch. It's just not happening, okay? It's not happening. You know that. Anyway, guys, listen. That's what's happening here. With regard to the market this morning, you got walloped yesterday. You got mixed stock futures this morning. I don't have printouts for you. The Dow futures are down significantly. You got S&P futures higher. You got NASDAQ futures higher. You got cryptos higher pretty much across the board. You got gold and silver under a little pressure right now. Crude oil catching a bit. The dollar under 100. The Dixie, it's over, man. And we should be seeing the polar opposite of this. It's not about, well, Greg, we've seen the dollar week before. Duh. Yeah, we have. But right now in this environment where this is coming apart by design here, we should be seeing that knee-jerk into the dollar. But we're not. The world has lost confidence in the United States dollar and in the United States. And that means we are losing in a massive way. And this is not going to stop, people. The destabilization of the economy, you think this is honestly, this is an accident, really, what's happening here? Why the tariff route has been chosen here as opposed to direct negotiations? Trump can't negotiate anything. He couldn't negotiate himself out of a paper bag. He doesn't know what he's doing. And on top of that, he actually can't take any action because he's a puppet. He's a puppet that's being told what to say and when to say it. Why do you think he's looking from teleprompter to teleprompter as he speaks? Teleprompter. What are they telling me to say today? I am nothing. I am a drone. I must repeat what is said to me. That's all it is. It's all it is, man. I hope some of you guys and girls are really starting to wake up. And there's going to be some that no matter what we do, they've already been lulled completely into a coma and they can't wake up. They can't see the truth even though it's glaring in their face. They don't understand why central banks were created and what they're working towards here. They're working in tandem together to destroy us all, to bring us to our knees, to issue in a new system of maximum control. And the 1% and the 2%ers are going to be exalted into the overlords of all of us here. That's what they want, a slave system. I know I'm kind of preaching to the crowd here, people, but you got to think about what's happening and why. You got to look at the setup. All this is from within, people. We are in a new war. How about these wars that were supposed to end in a day? They're still raging. And not only that, we're in a new war now going on over a month, 24/7, costing us hundreds of billions of dollars, hundreds of billions. And this is what's happening to the debt. Will you look at this? Do you really think this is seriously? No. Doge was going to fix it. The debt was going to go down. We're going to pay it off by selling the United States, by offering to the super rich $5 million gold cards. We're going to use that to pay off the debt. Did you buy that one too? Really? Honestly, you didn't. No one did. I don't care where you stand. There's no way you bought that. No one's that dumb. Nobody. But that's what's happening here. They're auctioning off the United States to the highest bidders as they issue in the new system. And these people, they know where it's coming. The super rich, the 1% or 2%ers, they know exactly what's going on. And the people here, we're being used as nothing but a means to an end, and they're greasing the wheels with our blood and guts. That's it. Our sweat, our tears, our hopes, our dreams. Does this sound about right to you? What are you going to do about it, people? You're going to make alliances with people who understand what's actually going on here. You're going to reconnect it with the source, more importantly than anything else here. I don't know another way to say that. We on the same page? I want to hear from you. Are we on the same page? Because people, I'm telling you again, I see it. People are coming together. They're unifying here. We need more people to speak together with one voice, and we need to push back. We want to punch a hole through this. At least that's what I want to do. And I'm calling all of you. Get this work out there. Let people hear and see what's happening for themselves. Let them make up their own freaking minds, whatever's left of them. They've all been psyoped. Not you. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to let you go. I love you guys so much, man. I mean that. Now, today, I will see you for a live stream. Family left, as I said, this morning. And they're leaving out of Sarasota Airport. They're probably there now. And I will see you guys, as I said, later on. And I really hope, look, guys and girls, I already told you, I don't think I could work harder than I am right now. I've been putting out newsletter after newsletter after newsletter as of late, trying to enlighten people as to what's happening here. A lot of pushback, and I expect that. But again, that's okay. That's okay. You got to understand that there are people that just are clearly function at a low level here. They can't see it. And again, these are the people that pose the greatest threat to you and I, because those that are seeking to control us all are preying on those with, let's just be frank, with a low intelligent quotient, with a low IQ. People that can't think outside the box. These are the targets right now by the current administration, especially by the current administration, targeting these people here, try to convince them of things that are just absolutely nonsensical. It's amazing, but that's what's happening here. It should be pretty obvious to you. You and I, okay, because we do have that connection to the Almighty. This gives us, you have no idea the power that gives you people, the ability to see things that other people, we have a God-given intellect. All of us do here. You connect with the source and you realize that you are divinely created, and with that you have a divine spark within you. That divine spark allows you to see things in their true light, okay? Not in this dark place where they want you in. Anxiety, they thrive on it. Anxiety, your stress, your inability to make ends meet, that's how they gain strength. You and me, these are anti-light entities, all right? And we have an anti-light entity right now as a puppet here, the duppy president here. And I cannot believe there's a single person left that still has any faith in this thing here. Their faith is grossly misplaced. All right, I'm going to let you all go. Love you. I'll see you later, 4 or 5 p.m. for the live stream. And if you're in this market, if you want to be people, I got your back there. I have it all lined out for you. Again, all on my website. Breakdowns of the market, breakdowns of gold, silver, I'm sorry, not silver, gold, crude oil. I did XRP and Bitcoin for you. Every day I do this here. It's an incredible amount of work, but you know what? I'm willing to do it. Because if I can help you guys and girls, that's all I want to do, is I want to make a positive difference in your life. That's it. And I want you, look, man, you can't be fearful here. If you're afraid of this, then there's a problem. You got to turn this around. Turn that fear into action. You understand? It's too easy. Understand what you're up against, and then everything will become clear to you, the pathway as to what you need to do. Again, people, we're not going to stop betting against the debt, betting against the system, taking action. That's really what it's all about. Sound right to you? All right. Love you guys and girls. I want to hear your opinion on this. Okay, it's in your inbox. Whole bunch of stuff over there. I'll see you later. Till we meet again, people, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other.